Hi, babe. My name is Miata. I am a certified life coach, and here we empower ourselves, we grow, and we sparkle on purpose. Hello, my beautiful people. How are y'all doing today? Welcome back to another episode. If you are new, hello, babe. Welcome to your daily dose of sparkle. I just want to take a minute to just say thank you. Yes, you. Thank you for being you. Thank you for being here in these moments with me. Thank you for connecting with me. Thank you for trusting me with your journey, just to give you words of encouragement, words of inspiration, so that you can keep on sparkling and keep on growing. And I want you to be thankful for you too. And I want you to celebrate yourself. If you haven't listened to that episode, please, I encourage you to go back and listen to that episode so that you can be inspired to just celebrate you. I'm here to celebrate you. I'm here to witness your growth, watch your growth, love your growth just as much as you. And we have those days. Trust me, it gets hard, but we will get through them. So I hope everyone is having a wonderful day, a wonderful week, a wonderful month. We're welcoming all good vibes. And I want to talk a little bit today about beauty in chaos. And, you know, sometimes you think about it and you're like, how can you see beauty in chaos? Like, how? You know what I mean? Like, we're not necessarily looking for the beauty in the chaos. And so just to bring a scenario, this morning when I was getting ready to take my kids to school, they were arguing about socks. Somebody stole my socks. I had them socks. Those are my socks. And so as I was listening to the conversation, as I stepped in, the situation was chaotic. What they were saying was chaotic. Just the whole scenario was just chaos because they're just arguing and going at each other. You got my socks and blah, 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 blah. It's just, I was just like, okay, it's too early for this. So when I finally decided to step in, I realized I did not want to be a part of the problem, but I wanted to be a part of the solution. So I told them, I said, you know what? Today we're going to have a sock scavenger hunt. Okay. Everybody is going to find every pair of socks that they can find, and we're going to make them, put them together, and going forward, we're going to be organized with our socks. And so for one, I realized it brought peace to the situation. They had to take accountability for what they had done. They had lost the socks, whatever, who had whose socks, whatever the case may be. So they realized, okay, I did do this, but there's always a solution. There's always a solution. And sometimes we get into a mode to where we're looking for right. We're looking for the right solution. We're looking for the right way. We're looking for the right way of doing things. Like, oh, it has to be what is right, what is right, what is right. Your heart is always right. Your mind is where the chaos is. Your heart is always pure. It always has the answer, and it's always gentle, soft. You know, your heart is way different than your mind. And so your mind is built off experiences, and your experiences in your mind closes off your heart to where you don't listen to your heart. You rather listen to your mind because you feel like you've been here before, or I've done this before and I know that it's going to be hard to get through. But it's like in those moments, we don't necessarily look for the beauty. We look for even more chaos of how you were wrong, how I was wrong. Why are you blaming me for that? You did that. You know, it's like a back and forth type of thing. And there's no solution because we're not looking for the solution. We're just looking for more of the blame so that I can blame you and make you feel bad for what you did, because that brings me power to my emotions to know that you did something wrong. And I'm going to let you know that you did something wrong. And I'm going to make sure you pay for what you did wrong. Now, there's a difference in discipline and just really harboring over wrongdoings, and sometimes that can stay stuck in our mind with ourselves. If we did something wrong or we made a decision that we felt like was wrong, then we kind of just stay in that place, and it's hard to get out of it. Instead of seeing the beauty in the no's, the beauty in the rejection, the beauty in the things that we may want, but we may not be ready for. You know what I mean? It's some people out there that want to win the lottery, want $1 million, but they may not be truly ready for it. So it does not last because your heart is not appreciating it. You're just wanting it from your mind, from what you can see. And I hope that made sense. And, just being able to see the creativity from everybody that's coming together. I go and sit at this neighborhood, and it's so beautiful, the way the community is set up. And it's apartments, and it's a older, crowd, but it's all in the same, community. So you have these different parts of the community, and it all equals beauty. It all equals peace, because none of the houses are the same. None of the whole ambiance of it is different. Makes beauty. You know what I mean? Difference makes beauty. And I love that. And as I was sitting there and I was such in a peaceful moment, I began to just shed tears because I was just so filled with the bliss of peace that I noticed how creative, just putting this here and that there. And it's like, it don't really go together because we're so used to patterns, and it's just like, this is so different, and it draws you in because it's not the same. Some neighborhoods you go in, every other house is the same, but this particular neighborhood, it looks like no house is the same. It's the creativity and the uniqueness that's brought together to make peace. And even though everything is different and the mind frame of how it was created is different, the ambiance brings peace because it's the creativity that's put together. That's what you see. We didn't see the chaos. We could see the chaos in things being built, but if you don't look at the bigger picture, if you don't look at what's outside of being built, or what are we building for? What are we getting to? We have to go through the building of the foundation in order to get what we're trying to get to. In order to see the fruit of your creativity, you have to build the foundation of it. You have to go through those dark parts of you. You have to welcome, those parts of you that you wouldn't show to the world, that you wouldn't put on Instagram, that you wouldn't put on TikTok or Snapchat, because it's not what you want people to see. But at the end of the day, the level of respect that you can have for yourself, that you're building with yourself to get through those moments, because what you're creating in the chaos is much beautiful than what you're going through. You get what I'm saying? So I love that concept, beauty in chaos, because, and it's funny because when I was on MySpace, my name was Beautiful Disaster. And I love that because I felt like I was so beautiful, but I was a disaster. Like in my mind and, in my heart, I was just so, not the person a person would want to be around. But although you saw my beauty, I was so chaotic in my head. And it just, when I began to accept who I really was and see the things that made me become that way and not necessarily that's who I was, I began to look at my heart and welcome things differently than what was in my mind, because if it was in my mind, it was an experience that I saw that was created by the way that I was when I wasn't really tuning into my heart. So tuning into your heart is a very powerful, path to go on to receive peace. And you have to choose peace in order to receive it. You have to choose and make a choice and a decision of the things that you want. And no, it's not that easy because some people don't know what they want. They're just trying to survive. But once you really start to live and accept things the way that they are and really enjoy your journey, it just becomes beautiful. It becomes life it feels more lighter because you're not necessarily taking on everybody else's chaos and trying to make it beautiful and trying to force it to be beautiful, because some people don't want their chaos to be beautiful. You know what I mean? But it's about the awareness that you have with yourself, the awareness that you're making within, the awareness of noticing your toxic traits, noticing your trauma, noticing your childhood trauma, noticing things within you that could be causing the things that's, in your life. It begins to make you be aware of your decisions, your choices, who you're around. All of that, it makes a difference, because then you notice that you want healing more than you want, things that are not serving you. So when you choose to make the decision to have things in your life that are serving a purpose in your life, and you begin to notice, I want peace, I'm seeking peace, I'm going to do everything that makes me peaceful. If not answering the phone for somebody is peace, nobody will understand, and that is okay, but it's peaceful to you. So making those decisions until you have the courage to really speak, it's important. And you're not building up anger, but you're building up peace enough that when you approach the chaos, the beauty within you is going to overpower that chaos, because you've created a new way to deal with certain situations. And I hope that made so much sense. Sometimes I feel like I'll be rambling to y'all, but I know I'll be making a point. I know. But I definitely want to connect with y'all. My Instagram is iSparklebabe. Visit me on my website, sparkleempowermentcoaching.com. I do have free consultations right now, as well as 50% off 1-hour sessions. I love you all so much. Make this day beautiful. Create an ambience that serves you in a way that you are empowered to be your best self. And always sparkle on purpose.